All right, good evening, everybody. We'll call the Conservation meeting of October the 19th, 2016 to order at 5:30 p.m. Has everybody have a chance to review the minutes? There's a motion. Is there a second? All in favor?
You should say what minutes, though.
I'm sorry. Minutes of October 5th, 2016. I still a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? No. All right. Any bills?
Bills, yes, sir.
Just that one.
It's kind of stagnant.
Yes.
Yeah, you retired, not expired.
Do we have any correspondence?
No correspondence, sir.
No correspondence. Moving right along. All right, we don't have any site visits planned. Any site visits planned, Azu?
Well, the one that has to do with
The soil samples?
That soil sample, yeah.
Okay.
It will look good.
All right, so we will move right over to informal. Certificate of Compliance, 22 Duke Drive, map 12, parcel 212A through 24, Lauren Hamelin.
We already did that.
I've got it all set. They haven't seen any of the information. Do you want to tell them what's going on?
Yeah, that's the one that, they, pretty much, let me make a note again. They pretty much did what they were supposed to.
This was the
Yeah.
Duke Drive, from Princess Road to Duke,
Oh, yeah.
that had replication on it.
Yeah.
That's what this one is.
Has all the replications been completed?
Yeah, I mean, it's been over 10 years. All right.
So it's got more than two growings.
We have 10 growing seasons, 10. And they did a pretty good job, actually.
Okay, I'll make a motion. Grant certificate of compliance, 22 Duke Drive, map 12, parcel 212A-24, Lauren Hammond.
I will second that. So we have a motion and a second. Gail, are we closing that? Are we officially closing? Was it open the whole time?
No, the certificate of it's not a hearing, if it's not like a notice of intent or request.
So
This is just basically, yeah,
So we're just issuing?
right.
Okay. So there's a motion and there's a second to issue. Any discussion? None? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it.
There it is.
Thank you. All right. We can move down to formal.
All right.
Paul, if you can,
Reading.
if you could read, please, the top.
All public hearings and meetings heard by the Raynham Conservation Commission on Wednesday, October 19, 2016, at 5:30 p.m. in the Raynham Veterans Memorial Town Hall, Donwell McKinnon Meeting Room, 558 South Main Street, Raynham, Mass., are relative to filings and joint hearings and/or meetings under Mass General Laws, Chapter 131, Section 40, as amended, and the Town of Raynham Wetland Protection Bylaw.
All right, thank you. All right. Issue determination of applicability, Lot 56, Podridge Lane, map 13, parcels 48 through 56, Swimming Celt LLC.
It's 48-56.
What did I say? Sorry, 48-56. All right.
And it is all set.
All set to go?
All set to go? All right.
All we have to do is sign, correct?
Just vote to issue.
Did we vote last month?
Yeah,
Last
we did
meeting?
that last meeting.
So we already voted? To issue?
You voted to close, now
To
you gotta
okay.
vote to issue.
All right, so I need a motion to issue.
For,
Lot 56 Partridge Lane.
I
We
vote,
clo-
yeah, to issue a notice of determination of applicability,
Determination of
right, applicability, Lot 56 Partridge Lane, map 13, parcel 48-56, Swimming Salt LLC.
Second?
There's a motion and a second. Any further discussion?
Nope.
Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
No.
Ayes have it. All right. Gail has it already written up for us.
Thank you. Oops. There you go, sir. How about that?
Okay, we have continued notice of intent, 1634 and 0, New State Highway, map 16, parcels 44 and 45A, David and Rosa Chu. So this is the one that we had held off till this meeting so we could close it and then issue. So I'm looking for a motion to close. Unless Azu has anything else you'd like to
Yeah,
put
now,
forward?
we're gonna just look at their wetlands, and like I said, I was gonna congratulate the, Miss Silva for doing a great job, but she's not here. So you can email her and tell her she did a great job.
Duly noted.
But, so you can vote to, close the hearing and then issue, we've, I talked to Gail about a few, specials, but remember, now all they're trying to do is take out the existing building
And level.
and then, yeah.
Level the lot.
So you close the hearing, then when you get to the, discussion about the order, then I can elaborate on that.
Okay.
Motion to close the hearing. 634, map 0, New State Highway, map 16, partial 44 and 45A, David and Rosa Chu.
There's a motion, is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Okay. All right. Issue order conditions, again, 1634 and 0, New State Highway, map 16, parcels 45 and 44 and 45A, David and Rosa Chu.
Okay, so, Mr. Chairman, we recommend that you issue the order, but the three things, even though we have a 25-foot no activity buffer, is in this particular case, because they've been doing a lot of earthwork movement, and they've got a fairly good-sized slope, I recommend that the no stockpiling closer than 50 feet from the wetlands. And then number two, it's an old building. I believe they have an underground oil tank there, but I'm not positive. So we have a condition that says any removal of an existing underground fuel oil tank shall require approval and inspection by the fire department, because that's the code, and we just want to make sure we address that. And then we have another special that says no on-site burial of stumps, building materials, concrete, and other debris. So we don't want to have any site burial of any of those things.
Those would be special conditions.
That's correct. That's correct. That's correct.
Does any of the commissioners have any further questions for Azu?
And then obviously we don't want them, we also want them to make sure that they pull earthwork permit because we have a bylaw that's not under your jurisdiction, but you have earth removal. So we're asking, that's correct, so we're asking that they comply with that bylaw. And then then of course they're not being relieved of the requirement to comply with any other applicable state, federal, and local bylaws.
I'll entertain a motion to issue order conditions from either one of you.
Make a motion to issue the order condition for 1634 and 0, New State Highway, map 16, partials 44 and 45A, with the special conditions as outlined by Mr. Tori.
Okay, there's a motion, is there a second?
Yes, second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it.
You want him to sign it tonight?
Yeah.
You can sign that, and we're still working on putting it together.
What are they doing?
Okay, continued notice of intent, Lot 1, Richmond Street, map 14, parcel 59-0, Lot 1, Richmond Street, Al Andrunas.
They didn't say, they didn't request specifically.
We're on the last one?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Going right along tonight.
I did get notice yesterday that they want to continue. They did ask to continue to the next meeting, which is the
Okay,
second.
so this,
But what my question is, continue to the second, or can we continue to the 19th, or you just want to have it in a small meeting room?
continue to the 19th.
Okay, we're going to continue that one to the
No,
19th.
November 19th?
Because
that's the
we're
next
just going to keep
available
our
date.
small,
I hear you, I hear you.
That's the next available day.
Okay.
So I'll entertain a motion to continue that to the 19th.
I make a motion that we continue the hearing on notice of intent, Lot 1, Richmond Street, map 14, parcel 59-0, Lot 1, Richmond Street, Al Andrunas.
There's a motion, is there a second?
Second.
Any further
I
discussion?
thought that was A1.
All right, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, so we are continued to the 19th on that.
I did mention to her too that might happen.
Okay, Gail, we opening this last one under formal or informal?
Yeah, so you go back to informal,
Okay, so now we'll shift back to
because we didn't specifically
Yeah.
post it as an item, so,
informal.
under that category.
So that will be a request for determination of applicability.
Okay.
It is for 129 Brook Street. Map 16, parcel 7-9. Alrighty?
Okay, we have a request for applicability, 129 Brook Street, map 16, parcel 7-19. Share that one.
Okay, I need the ad from the paper and the green cards, please.
Copy of the ad from October 11th. And the second set of documents. The receipts. Give them all to you. There's some duplicates there from the initial submittal.
You all second? Yeah, all right, Paul. Need you to read that over there.
I'm just trying to figure out where this place was. Notice of Public Hearing, Conservation Commission, Raynham, Massachusetts. In accordance with Massachusetts general laws, I gotta open this up a little bit more, Chapter 131, Section 40, in the Town of Raynham local bylaw, the Raynham Conservation Commission will hold a public hearing on Wednesday, October 19th, 2016, at 5:30 p.m. in the Donald L. McKinnon Meeting Room in the Raynham Veterans Memorial Town Hall at 558 South Main Street, Raynham, Mass., on a request for determination of applicability filed by Catherine K. Wunder, 129 Brook Street, Raynham, Mass. 02767. The applicant requests determination for the planting of 15 blueberry bushes within an existing lawn area of approximately 2,600 square feet, which was inadvertently created in a wetland area by the previous owner, and whether it is subject to the jurisdiction under the Wetlands Protection Act and Town of Raynham Wetland Bylaw. The property is owned by Catherine K. Wunder and located at 129 Brook Street, Raynham, Mass. 02767. Assesses parcel 16-7-9.
Mr. Chairman, this application has to do with,
Hold on, sir, you just state your name
Sure.
and firm for the record, then we'll go back to Azu.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
For the record, my name's Stevie Cavallo from Farland Corp.
okay. No, this is application of, what it is an order of conditions that have expired, and they fill some wetlands. And that is why they're trying to restore some of that. But you will note, I will note to you that a request for determination of applicability, that is their prerogative to file that. But you don't have a mechanism for ordering a restoration work because of the growing season issues that come up. You can't do a negative determination and say, okay, go ahead and do the work with that. Okay, you will, just so you know, you will have to issue a positive determination for a notice of intent for the restoration work, because the work has to be done and then monitored for at least 2 growing seasons. And then the town of Raynham conservation bylaw has actually been modified to say 2 calendar years, because the 2 growing seasons don't cut it. You know what I'm saying? But I will say, I want to also take the time to also let Mr. Cavallo know that I don't have a problem people yelling at me or what have you. The deal covers 2 offices. The town doesn't have 2 different people, one in the conservation office and the Board of Health. And she works very hard to maintain that balance and to be responsive to people. And I just want to publicly tell you that going forward, if you're going to do more work in town, that you follow the rules, look at the regulations. It's not Gail's responsibility to walk everyone, because otherwise she'll never get her work done. And I think to let a sleeping giant lay, I would personally tell you that any future discourteous communication will not be tolerated. Okay, people don't get paid here to be abused verbally or otherwise, and I leave it at that. But I just say, when you contact the office, you need to be very professional. Whether you're frustrated with the process or not, it's not half function to absorb that frustration. Okay, and I'll leave it at that. But please, for future reference, when you contact the office, be very professional and be very courteous. All right, that's it.
The frustration wasn't in regards or in response to the processes. It was mainly in response to the lack of any response I received when I tried contacting the town. I've sent several emails and wouldn't get any replies. I'd leave several voicemails and wouldn't get any voicemails back. So that was my source of frustration, and maybe I let that get the best of me, and I apologize for that. But I do feel initially I started to just kind of inquire in a professional manner, and as time went on, I wasn't getting any responses, and I don't know what the cause of the lack of response was, whether there was an issue with the emails at that time or what. For that, I apologize, for me maybe losing my cool at times. But I don't have a problem with the process. It's in the rules, and I'll go by the rules, that's fine. It's just if I'm looking for some sort of direction or answer to a question, I was just looking for a response, that's all.
Well, I will tell you this. I did review a lot of the emails.
Mm-hmm.
One of the emails, for example, that you sent either yesterday or because I know specifically one email that I said, please direct all communications, for example, through the town, okay? And and I know that for a fact, there was an email that was sent to you that said, this is what you need to do. The ad, that she has checked with me, and that it's okay to put the ad in the call. And this is our hearing that please let me know and send the information when you want to be on the agenda.
Right.
You did not respond to that email.
Actually, I sent an email prior to that with a copy of the legal ad.
But that doesn't mean you put it in the paper.
But-
I need the legal notice back to the Gazette,
Mhm.
that you put it in the paper, and then I can definitively put it on the agenda. I didn't get that. You sent me an email with the ad, and right after that, you made a suggestion like you were putting it in the call, and you were doing something different.
No, I had asked,
That's where the communication is going wrong.
I had actually asked if we could put it in the call, and this was over
And I
a
had to talk
telephone
to him.
conversation.
Right.
I didn't hear anything back and didn't want to wait any longer because I didn't want to miss the meeting deadline. So I just went ahead and did it in the Gazette.
No, the response you got about putting in the call was more than 10 days ago.
Yeah, we all saw it.
Yeah, it was
No,
a while ago.
I understand. That was actually... I have all the emails here.
No, we have them too.
Mr. Chair, may I
But-
say something else? Mr.
but-
Crowell, this
but-
started right from day one. Everything was dropped on my desk, number one, when I was on vacation, so I could not turn around and accept it. Okay? That you're not supposed to do. So you're supposed to make sure somebody gets it, or at least call and
Receives it.
receives it, okay?
Right, and I believe we
And I
had something
I stamped it back.
received from one of the departments. I mean, if...
But that's just it. You can't have something stamped received from a different department. It's
Right.
conservation.
Right.
We dropped it off at the town clerk's office.
Well, listen, we're
Yeah,
we're not even gonna get, okay, we're here for here. I'm just simply saying, I don't care about as a matter of fact, the process is very well defined on the website. So, and that's what everybody looks at. What you do is you contact when is the next available meeting date so that it can be properly advertised. And then when you advertise it, you send the information to us so that we can post it. The last time it was advertised, the reason we couldn't have the hearing was it was improperly advertised during 5 business days.
In regards
Okay?
to
Don't
that...
point at me, though.
I'm sorry.
Don't point at me, put your hand down.
In regards to that initial advertisement, I sent an email to Gail asking her if it was put in tomorrow's paper, will that suffice as notice? And I had not received any response.
The regulation says 5 business days. This is not your first go on the radio. So it's not her job to tell you if it's okay. That to me, that you're looking for mea culpa. Simple as that. Anyway, I think about Mr. Chairman, I've made my point, and we need to move forward. For future reference,
I agree.
We wouldn't need to, Ms. Santos deserves every respect and courteous treatment. And I will will suggest that if that ever happens again from Mr. Cavallo or anybody else, I will take it more drastic.
So we're going to move forward,
Yeah.
put this as water under the bridge.
Thank you.
Knowing that you're a professional, knowing that we're unpaid, you're getting paid more than all three of us here, so it's your responsibility to know what the proper procedures are for whatever community you're working in, okay? All right? Do you have anything else that you would like to put out about this?
No, I think Azu had covered pretty much scope of work. During the construction of the house, the order of condition was issued. Through the years, they, exceeded the limit of work and basically disturbed 2,600 square feet of previous wetland, turned it into a lawn area. They're trying to get a certificate of compliance and close out that order of conditions, and they feel that just trying to bring that 2,600 square feet of disturbed area back to a wetland would be less detrimental than, basically the 2,600 square feet plus the 25-foot no-touch. So they feel that this is somewhat of a balance. And so that's what we... How long ago was the house built?
The house was built in 2006.
So 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Can you have them please come up to the mic with you?
Come on up and introduce yourself.
2006 with the...
If you could just state your name and address for the record.
I'm
So-
Catherine Wonder, 129 Brook Street. The house was built in 2006. The pool went in, 2008. I would say it was,
conditions weren't closed out in 2008.
right.
Sir, if you're going to speak, could you also state
Okay.
your
I'm
name
sorry.
on the mic too, just so...
John Cassetta, 129 Brook Street.
Okay.
Yeah, the house was built in 2006. 2 years later, there was a pool put in, 2008, and it was never closed out. And
The order conditions of the pool.
correct. And then a couple years after that, her ex-husband extended the lawn a bit more, and that's when it went into disturbed areas. So it's approximately 6 or 8 years that it's been like that.
Do any of the commissioners have any questions?
I'm just wondering what we're...
But the restoration is putting in blueberry bushes? Is that what constitutes
Kind of
restoration?
wetlands, which they have to. You can't issue a certificate of compliance
Right.
for work that was done in violation of an order of conditions.
Right.
Okay, the other thing I had suggested, Mr. McRae had asked me, is there a mechanism for issuing a certificate of compliance? They haven't filed for a certificate. If they file for a certificate, you can issue a partial certificate for work that was done properly, but then you have to turn around and issue an enforcement order for violating an order of conditions, so you can do that.
So are you aware of your options? I kind of got the backstory of what's going on and selling the house, but staying at the house, and so.
Yeah, it all started, I was, last year at this time, was trying to refinance. And that's when the lawyer looking into it learned there was still an open certificate I wasn't aware of. So that's what started all of this. And just in order to refinance, possibly get a partial COC, I believe, that the bank would accept. So I don't...
So to get a partial, we would have to have you file for a partial. We can't do a partial of how this was filed currently. Okay?
Right.
All right.
Yeah. So we can request to have a partial COC.
Right.
And then
if the bank, right, if the bank accepts it.
Yeah.
Okay, if the bank accepts a partial, because there's no way you can issue a certificate of a full compliance certificate.
Because the work's not done.
Right, and if you issue a partial certificate, there's a box that says, is there any work that's outstanding? You have to indicate that it's a wetlands violation, so I don't know with that partial certificate whether the bank would accept it or not. It will be up to the bank.
Well, in the meantime, we still got to start the process anyways, because if we want to sell the house or refinance the house, anything, we still have to figure out a way how we can close out
move
this.
forward to do that. I
So-
do have a question, though. If we do the partial COC, right now is not probably the best time to start planting. I don't even know if I can locate blueberry bushes now, so that wouldn't be until spring. Is there like an expiration date on these? I mean, I'll have a time limit. I'm assuming this only, the partial COC can only last so long.
Well, the partial COC is for what's already been done.
Oh, okay.
There is so
Okay, so
it's
it's the thing you're going to issue, the
enforcement order.
The enforcement's only
It's for the violation, right.
okay.
That doesn't get recorded, but that is a notice to you in the future homeowner.
Yeah, I just wanted to know.
That would be a violation.
I just didn't know if something's issued now, and I go start the process with the bank, but I'm not able to do any of the plantings until the spring. Is this going to be a time?
Well, there are two separate items. The partial certificate is a mechanism for you to close out the expired order of conditions.
Okay,
But that partial certificate, on that partial certificate, it will say that there is a violation that needs to be addressed.
okay,
Or with a notice of intent. So the thing is, if the bank notices that, or their attorney, they may tell you that the partial certificate is not adequate.
okay. Gotcha.
So that's not on us, that's
Yeah.
on
Oh, yeah,
your side.
absolutely.
We got to start
Okay.
the process
I
somehow,
want this
so we
thing
just don't know
fixed.
how to.
All right, any commissioners have any other questions?
Sounds like the best option.
Is to issue the positive determination and then have them file a notice of
Have them
intent
file a notice of intent right away.
right away?
To get this whole thing squared away.
Okay.
So no,
D-
so do we want to issue a partial?
No, we don't even have an application for that.
Yeah, they are for determination
Oh, I
of
see.
applicability.
Right,
Yeah.
okay,
So,
yeah.
is there anything else you'd like to put? Okay. Ozzy, is there anything else you'd like to put in?
No, I'm just about close the hearing on the issue of positive determination.
Okay, so I'll entertain a motion to close this hearing for 129 Brook Street, map 16, parcel 7-19. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, ayes have it. Bill, are you also an aye? Okay, there's not many of us tonight, so we need all the votes to count. All right, so ayes have it. All right, we'll need a second motion to issue a positive determination on 129 Brook Street.
I'll make that motion to issue a positive determination on 129 Brook Street.
All right, this is a second. All in favor?
We'll see.
All right, any opposed? Ayes have it. Okay.
So we'll take care of the paperwork and
Yep.
we'll be mailing it out.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
So we should wait for paperwork from you, or should we start the process of the?
Well, you already know now that you're gonna need a notice of intent, so you
So
can
we gotta
start the
do the
notice of
notice of
intent, right?
Okay.
And we can, if they determine that a partial COC suffices for the bank, we could move forward with that.
File a request for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Is there any other informal that we need to cover, Gail?
Not that I know of, I think.
Huh?
Not that I know of, I think we're all set.
Yeah, we're all set.
I think we're good.
I
Okay.
recommend that you adjourn.
I'll entertain a final motion.
I move into that motion that we adjourn.
All right, is a motion to adjourn, is there a second?
Yes.
So is that a second? All right, that's a second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. We are officially adjourned at 6:02 PM. Thank you.